you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of the AFL Queensland.
Hello and welcome to Graham Road for round 16 of the 2026 QAFL season, brought to you by TPIL Lawyers. And today it's a special occasion on the north side of Brisbane as Matthew Hanneman tries to become the first man to kick the 100 goals in a QAFL season at this early stage. And we've got a shot from the pocket. That is a fantastic goal from deep in the pocket. To start this one off, it's QAFL who gets the first goal of the afternoon, and a fast start for Redland-Victoria point there, 1-1-7. Aspley yet to score. We played a minute and 30. So the big story of the day is that Matthew Hanneman needs 8 goals to reach his 100 for season 2026. And he's an even money chance because on 6 occasions so far this year, 6 times from 13 games, he has kicked 8 goals or more. He started off his season slowly with 3 goals and then went 8, 7, 10, 8, 4, 8, 12, 5, 4, 9, 7 and 7. As Campbell Aston wins the clearance, found Chapman with the handball. They come back here to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan feigned to go backwards and then kicked it into the middle of the ground, looking for Malone. He couldn't mark. Now the Hornets have it through Taylor. Taylor to Jethro Grills, ripped off the footy, no free kick. Here's Offermans. Offermans swings it wide. Hambleton couldn't mark. And we've got a contest Shark side of halfway where we'll have a ball up. And beautiful conditions for Matthew Hamilman if he is to get it done this afternoon. Bright sunshine here on the north side of Brisbane. As the kick comes up and under, and it's marked by Harry Grills, who wastes no time. Little chipping ball into the middle of the ground to Hodnitsky. Put him under pressure, but he was good enough to take the mark. Now he swings it out wide, looking for Bastanak. Jordan, who's marked in front of our commentary gantry here at Auto Mall Oval, and that's a beautiful kick going forward. He's found Chambers, who's a kick and a half from home. Chambers, he's got players streaming inside the forward 50. He'll just chip it inboard, 45 degrees. It was a good mark by Hodnitsky. It almost overshot him, but on the second grab, able to take it. He's 60 from home. He'll look deep down towards full forward. No mark taken, and here come the Sharks, but good defensive work from Chambers. Tapped it down to Burmeister, who had a shot on goal. And it goes through for a minor score. So Aspley get their first score of the day, 4 minutes in. And we thank our proud umpire partners, Bradnam's Windows and Doors, for all their work this afternoon. And for their support of our umpires as Aspley come from full back. It's a nice mark taken by Patterson, who's had some good games for Redland-Victoria Point. A relative newcomer in the side this year. His long kick down the line. That's a beautiful mark. Clay Cameron getting out the back. So Cameron, he's around 80 from home. He goes in the Hamilman direction. Ball bounced in front of Hamilman. Then he had to backtrack. Could have been a high tackle on Sherwood. No free kick paid, and the umpire opts to ball it up close to the boundary line. Sharks inside forward 50. They lead by a goal in the early stages. Malone wins the tip out. Giso played a nice tackle on Coffey, and we'll have another stoppage. Malone wins it over Delbridge. Here's Giso. Can he keep it in? He does. And then he was dealt with after he kicked it, but the umpire said it went out before he kicked it, so we'll have a throw in. 20 metres out from the Sharks' goal. They come into this one 5th on the ladder with 10 wins and 4 losses. Aspley down in 9th with 5 wins and 9 losses, and their finals fortunes rapidly fading. Tap in, Giso lurking there. Here's Aston. Can he keep it in? He did well. Tiptoeing the boundary line. Gets back on that right foot. Had his kick smothered, but then followed up and laid a great tackle on Grills, and we'll have another stoppage. So Campbell Aston has been a tackling machine for Redland-Victoria Point this year. Averages almost 8 a game. Here's Cameron snapping to the top of the goal square. Hamilman had to fly against 2. Couldn't get it done. They ended up spoiling each other, Sherwood. And now Jeffrey, step back inboard, got the relieving handball. And they get outside their defensive 50. Malone dropped the mark. Chambers there to butter up. Had his kick affected. Still working in there was Burmeister. Burmeister's hands go out across the line in front of the interchange benches. And we'll have a throw in. So Aspley coming into this one after a 28-point loss at home last week to Palm Beach. They conceded 6 goals to 1 in the last quarter when the famous upset looked like it was on the cards. And here they are coming down the broadcast side. Chambers, he's been prominent early, Chambers. Called to move it on now. He's centre wing, broadcast side. It's a nice little ball to half forward to find Hodnitsky, who's also had a few touches in the opening stages. He pumps this one into the pocket. Nice tap over the top. O'Sullivan couldn't gather it at ground level, but here's Chapman cleaning up. Shoots the handball to Aston. Aston to Miller. Miller sweeps it out wide by hand to Dylan Smith, and they're out of danger here, the Sharks. So on the outer side of Auto Mall Oval, they'll backtrack. Well, the kick into the middle of the ground. It overshot Shepherd. Provided a chance for Hodnitsky, who was wrapped up as soon as he grabbed it. Another ball up. Round 80 from home for the Hornets. Delbridge gets over the top of Malone. Aston was there, but his handball was picked off by Hodnitsky, who went inside forward 50 looking for McDonald. McDonald got a rough bounce over his head. A throw in, 25 metres out. So Redland-Victoria Point had a 4-point win over Sherwood last week. They only hit the front late after trailing for the majority of the day. Matt Hamilman, he kicked 7 goals to take his total for the year to 92 goals. The tap-in came from Malone. Aspley, they work it back here to Taylor. So Taylor's marked around 43, 44 metres from home, but a tight angle. He's just a couple of metres inside the chalk. And this will take his best. So Jordan Taylor. And the number 15 for Aspley has a couple of leads, but he's content to go back as he arcs around on that right foot. He's made good contact with it, but just pushed it to the left-hand side. Can't convert. So Aspley, 2 behinds. Redland-Victoria Point. 1-1-7. It's a 5-point margin. Opening stages in this round 16 game. TPIL Lawyers, QAFL. A special broadcast this afternoon as we wanted to be on hand in case Matty Hamilman goes on and kicks his 100th goal. That's a great mark in the middle of the pack by Jessed. He's been in and out of this side in 2026. Premiership player last year, Jed Jessen. So he hoofs it long to the point of the square at half forward. Hamilman is there. Can't get his hands on the footy. And we'll have a ball up. So both of these sides are similar in the way they go about it, usually with a kick, 2 kick to 1 handball ratio. And both of them like to kick along, try and use the ball through the middle of the ground, as we'll have another throw in at half forward, around 50 metres out from the Sharks' goal. They lead by 5 points. It's Gisu who has the free kick. So it was a lasso rule free kick. Gisu pops it up to the top of the square. Cameron flew. Hamilman stayed down at ground level. Couldn't get on the end of it. Ball still bouncing around in there before Aspley cleaned it up through Jeffrey, who just pumps it to safety. Chapman standing underneath it. The pack came on top of it. Chapman ended up getting the crumbs. He feeds it back. This is Jessen. Jessen sets it up. A high ball. It was Gardner who had a fly at it. Couldn't mark. Ball goes out of play. So competitive early stages here. Aspley desperately needing a win, and Redland-Victoria Point not playing their best footy at the moment, but doing enough. They sit inside the top 8. They sit 5th. Here's Gardner, and Hamilman takes a strong mark in the goal square. And Matty Hamilman, we know he needs 8 for the day. And the first of those looks a certain to be coming up. So Max Gardner just chipped it up. He knew his man had a one-on-one contest. And Matty Hamilman, he doesn't lose too many of those. 28 contested marks on the year. This for goal number 93 for season 2026. And Hamilman pops it through. The Sharks have their second goal of the afternoon to extend their lead. They lead by 11 points. It's 2-1-13. Aspley 1 behind. Matty Hamilman, goal number 93. It'll be interesting to see if we get a crowd invasion if he does bring up the 100 this afternoon. As the Sharks will bring it out of the middle through Miller. He's kicked towards half forward, bounced in front of Gisu. Good hands off to Cameron, to Smith in fact, who beat a couple of tackles and then set sail from 50 metres out. That was a beautiful kick just offline. And the Hornets dodge a bullet. Brilliant play there by Dylan Smith. So they bring it in quickly. This is Bastanak in the back pocket. The Ryan variety has been Aspley's leading disposal winner this year, averaging 22 disposals a game. Goes into his goal square where he finds Sherwood. Now they're out on the outer side here through Harry Grills. 4 Grills inside the Aspley side this afternoon. And the ball's gone out. Centre wing outer side. The Sharks leading by 13 points. Of course, this is the second week of Jarrah Corporate Pride Round. And we thank Jarrah for their support. You see Aspley wearing the rainbow socks in honour of our LGBTQI+ community. And Jarrah, they've been proud partners of Pride Round. So we thank them for their support. There's a good tackle laid by Levi. Levi will get the free kick. And in fact, I think it's Jordan Taylor who has it. So the chip into the middle of the ground to Bentley. Marks in front of a couple of Sharks and now switches it. This is Harry Grills. Grills kick up the line. That was a strong mark taken by McDonald, who played on. He had Giso bearing down on him. Managed to get the kick away. It's been turned over at half back. Aston couldn't get a clean kick away. Putting the pedal down was Crawley. Couldn't escape the tackle. Holding the footy. Oh, in fact, Frawley's going to get a free kick. Thought he was dead to rights there. May have been taken high. So Crawley from 60 metres out sends this one to the hot spot. Camping in the hole there was Dylan Smith, who took the mark and then just flung an arm out there at Chambers. Umpire wasn't moved. Chambers, perhaps a little bit of an acting performance. Needs to be careful though, Dylan Smith. This is Prokos in the back pocket. Runs his full measure. Kicks along the outer side wing. No mark taken. Aspley go back inside forward 50. Prokos trying to tap it to the advantage of Miller, who overshot it. So ball up, 40 metres out. Both sides with their opportunities in this first 15 minutes. It's been a cagey start. Sharks lead 2 goals to none. Kick comes out of the pack to the top of the goal square. Chambers couldn't take the mark. There to clean up was Hunkin, who just put it on the left boot, got it outside the defensive 50. No mark taken by Hambledon, whose second effort was good. Had Easto to work against. And eventually, we'll have a stalemate. No, Hambledon managed to extract it. Slung the handball back to Pope. They're still going here, the Sharks, and they've got out of danger as Malone just put it on the boot up towards centre wing outer side, where it's been intercept mark. So the ball will come back. The kick in towards half forward was an absolute shocker. And Brown was there to take the mark, and Brown's kick looking for Giso was another shocker. So this is Harry Grills, a series of turnovers. And now Hodnitsky. Long ball inside forward 50. Chambers has taken a ripper mark at the top of the goal square. A brilliant contested mark. In fact, it's not Chambers. We'll find out who that is in a moment. And Aspley's first goal of the afternoon. It's Dane McDonald, the slippery small forward. And that is a brilliant contested mark. So Dane McDonald ambles in from 15 metres out, pops it through. Aspley have their first goal of the afternoon. The Sharks 2-2-14, Aspley 1-1-7. They've played almost 17 minutes in this first quarter for TPIL lawyers. QAFL. So we're back in the middle. Clearance comes out for the Sharks. Cameron was at half forward, couldn't mark. Slung around in the tackle. They're working it well through the middle of the ground here, Aspley. Now they go inside forward. 50. Chambers this time. Well, the kick was high, and Chambers had a great leap at the footy in front of Prokos. And that's a strong leading mark for Lachlan Chambers. So Chambers, he'll have to kick this one around 45 metres. He's kicked 9 goals this year. Strikes it from just inside the 50. He didn't like it off the boot. It's away to the right-hand side and another minor score. So Redland-Victoria point 2-2-14. Aspley 1-2-8. It's a 6-point margin with 18.5 minutes played. The Sharks in the back pocket have been more cautious with their ball movement than they usually are in these opening stages. Delbridge, strong mark in front of Malone, and he's a couple of specimens doing battle in the ruck there this afternoon. Ball off hands. Chapman had it knocked away from him. Easto's in there. That's a strong tackle on Offermans. It was Jordan Bastanak laying the tackle, and Jordan Bastanak will get the free kick. So a good period of sustained pressure from Aspley, and Bastanak with the shot at goal around 40 metres out, right on the chalk of the boundary line in that social club pocket. He comes inboard, clever kick from Jordan Bastanak and finds a man to improve the angle. And this is Dane McDonald again, who can go back and have a look at his second goal of the afternoon and his second goal of the quarter to tie the scores 20 minutes in. So McDonald from 35 out, kept it low and pushed it to the left-hand side. So another minor score, peppering the goals, and goal kicking has been a problem for them on occasion. Oh, I did a game for Aspley a few weeks ago when they played Noosa, and they missed a lot of gettable opportunities in that one. Didn't cost them in the end. So the Sharks will go across their defensive goal face. Here's Prokos with McDonald on the mark. A long kick up the line. Has found a target. Nice ball inboard to Cameron, who had strong hands in front of Tane McDonald. Beautiful kick into the middle of the ground. Here's Malone. It's opened up here for the Sharks. Malone had a man sweeping past, which was Bromwich. His little dribbler towards half forward. Shepherd tapped it back to the advantage of Chapman, who just went around the corner with the kick. He just lobbed it up inside forward 50, and it's been cut off by Aspley. Oh, he went looking for Hamilman, and if you're a Aspley defender this afternoon, it's a fair bet that you can just fold back on Matt Hamilman, because the ball will usually be going that way as they bring it out the outer side. This is Bentley. Bentley to Levi. That blonde mop of hair. Looks like a young Sam Mitchell, Thomas Levi. His kick was poor. It overshot Taylor. This is Pope. Backtracking and then off a couple of steps. Went with a high ball inside 450. It's gone over the back. Hamilman lurking. Hamilman soccers it through from the goal line. Goal number 94 for the season for Matt Hamilman. He needed 8 today. He's got 2 already. 22 minutes into the first quarter. And the Sharks lead by 11 points. They're 3-2-20. Aspley 1-3-9. And Matt Hamilman, well, he doesn't need any luck, but he's got it today. That ball just dribbling out the back, and Hamilman able to soccer it through from point blank range. He's incredible for such a big man, how many of his goals that he does get on the ground. He's an elite finisher. Levi's hands off the deck were good. Pushed off it was Jeffrey. Now they're inside forward 50. Here's Cameron leading up, taking it on his chest. He's 50 from home, but he's pointing straight towards the goals. He wants to have a shot at them. Clay Cameron. So this will take a good kick. The man on the mark is on the 50-metre arc, so Cameron will have to kick this at least 53 metres. He gets very close to the man on the mark. It doesn't look good off the boot. It won't make the distance. Kept in play. Here's Hamilman. Hamilman had a shot for his third. Went around the body and missed it. So 2 goals, 1 for Matt Hamilman this afternoon. Of course, he needs 6 more goals to achieve his 100. As they come out the broadcast side looking for Chambers and Delbridge. Neither could mark. Volleyballed over the top by Hunk and the ball's gone out of play. Throw in. Around 80 from home for the Sharks. A lead by 11 points. And their pressure around the ball has been good early. Aspley come up towards half forward, socket inside forward 50. Here's Burmeister getting back on that left foot and having a shot at goal. It was close, he's missed it. So another minor score for Aspley, who have had their opportunities in this first quarter but unable to convert. They trail by 12 points. We've played 24 and a half minutes. Sharks will bring it out the outer side. That's a strong mark. Now the handball forward. Here's Cameron again. Kick up towards half forward. Bounced in front of Hambleton. Diving on top of it was Coffey. He was locked up straight away. Ooh, could have been in trouble, but umpire pays the benefit of the doubt. We'll have a ball up. Malone just parked that big frame in front of Delbridge. Handball came over the top to Hambleton. It was tackled and then dropped the footy. Then got a little kick away. Here's Patterson taking in a strong tackle by Tane McDonald. Ball still pinballing around there. Umpire calls a halt to proceedings and says, I'll ball it up. So Malone wins it down. Oh, Thomas Levi did well through the middle of the pack. Got the tumbling kick forward. Ball's in the middle of Auto Mall Oval at the moment. And there'll be a free kick going the way of Jethro Grills. Middle of the ground, sold some candy to the man on the mark. And now it goes long inside forward 50. One-on-one contest. Crawley couldn't mark out the back. And then a follow-up tackle was strong at ground level. We'll have a ball up 15 metres out. So Malone won it down, tapped it out towards the boundary line. Here's Jordan Taylor, got it back to Burmeister, who screwed it around. It was really close. And getting a hand on it, I think, was Patterson to rush it through. So Aspley 1-5-11. Sharks 3-4-22. It's an 11-point margin. 26 and a quarter minutes in. As O'Sullivan goes long out of full back. Flying up there was Pell, couldn't take the mark. Umpires picked out a free kick somewhere. It's going Aspley's way. Advantage taken. Standing in front there was Burmeister, who couldn't take the mark. Another free kick has been paid. This time it's the Sharks who take the advantage. Here's Shepherd. Just outside his defensive 50. Wants to look inboard. All those options have been defended, so he goes long up the line. Delbridge almost took the mark but followed up, and then high ball to half forward. Great work there by Crawley, who nudged his man out. But I think the umpire's going to pay a push in the back free kick to Luke O'Sullivan. He is. So ball to the outer side. Holding free kick. This time going Aspley's way. Jordan Bastanak. He plays on from 70. Long to the hot spot. Big pack of plays. That was Delbridge having a fly at it. Couldn't mark. And then bursting through the contest to have a shot on goal was Jeffrey. And Jeffrey's kicked it. Andrew Jeffrey intercepted the handball coming out of defence by the Sharks. Put it on the boot from 40. And it sailed through. Aspley's second goal of the afternoon. And now cut the margin to just 5 points. Redland-Victoria point 3-4-22. Aspley 2-5-17. So we've travelled 28 and a half minutes in this first quarter at Aldome All Oval as the siren sounds. And at quarter time, Redland-Victoria Point take a 5-point margin into the minor break.
At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates. Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit
Second quarter action back underway here at Auto Mall Oval in Aspley. This is Dylan Smith bursting through a couple of tackles. Sent a high up and under ball. It came off the outside of the boot. Brown tracking it close to the boundary line. In fact, it's Cooper Pell. Ball goes out of play. So Redland-Victoria point, kicking towards the left of your screen in this second quarter. Of course, we are on Matthew Hamilman watch this afternoon. Here's Giso. Got it back now. The ball comes high into the pocket. Brown's there. Giso followed up. His own work was ripped off the footy. Just got a toe to it. Cameron went in. Was taken in a strong tackle. The handball away. Now another stoppage. So Delbridge went up uncontested. Aspley get out of danger. A high ball towards the outer side wing. Jethro Grills tried to feed a handball through a couple. Couldn't. Now the Hornets can come through the middle of the ground here. The kick up got over the back of Chambers. Ball just wouldn't sit for Crawley. Tunnel balled it, looking for Chambers. Dylan Smith got back there, linked up with Chapman. Here's Patterson, out of side. Low chiseling ball to Cameron, who's marked 80 from home. Cameron goes in the guess who direction. Hamilman with a couple for company has been paid the mark. 35 metres out. 45-degree angle for Matthew Hamilman. He's kicked 2 goals this afternoon. He's looking for goal number 3. This would be goal number 95 of the season. Of course, he needs 8 goals to kick his 100 for season 2026. And what a start this would be. So Matt Hamilman strides in from just inside the 50, makes great contact with it. He's missed it. A slight margin to the left-hand side. So stays on 2 goals, 2 for the afternoon for Matt Hamilman. 94 on the season. So they bring it in. This is Ryan Bastanak. He kicks long out towards the outer side. Grills, not big enough there at ground level. Sharks go back inside forward 50. The kick into the pocket. He was looking for Pell, but outmarked. Here's Delbridge, the big man. Had a good battle with Malone. Now 50 metres has been paid because Brown just ran straight through the mark after Delbridge had already played on. So Delbridge will be marched down the ground into the middle of the ground. Feeds the hand pass off to Bastanak. Long kick inside forward 50. Chambers had it knocked away by Procos. Here's Harrop at ground level. And we'll have a ball up. So Aspley, it's been an impressive start for them. Taking it right up to the Sharks. Aspley 9th on the table at the moment. 5 wins, 9 losses, and they need to snatch a few on the run home if they're going to be any chance to play finals. Hacked out of mid-air. Getting underneath it was Shepherd. Knocked it on his chest, 40 metres out from his defensive goal face. So Shepherd looks wide. Kick went in the Pell direction, couldn't mark. All Aspley here at ground level. Low chiseling ball inside forward 50. Knocked away from Chambers, and then Chambers was pushed in the back as he went to have a shot on goal. The ball missed his boot, but he'll get a free kick. It's Malone who's given it away. So Jordan Chambers. So Chambers from 45 metres out, tightish angle. And he's put it through. So Aspley have the first goal of the third quarter and have hit the front. They're 3-6-24. Redland-Victoria point 3-4-22. It's a 2-point margin. And that's a big goal by Lockie Chambers. He's been unlucky early. He's flown for a lot of footies. He's been there or thereabouts, but finally gets on the score sheet for Aspley. And the perfect start to the second quarter on TPIL Lawyers QAFL broadcast. Thanks to our broadcast partners, Double Take Sports, and our Pride Round sponsors, Jarrah Corporate, our proud partners for Pride Round, as we see our umpires decked out in the Pride Round special uniforms, which look fantastic, and good on Aspley as well for getting involved in the festivities with the rainbow socks. Looking great. So Delbridge got over the top of Malone on the tap out, then beat a tackle. Handball to Levi. Levi around the corner on that right boot to the point of the square at half forward. Crawley had a couple to fly with. Smith couldn't get a hand on it at ground level. Here's McDonald, beat a couple of tackles, sent the kick inside forward 50. Bounced over the head of Chambers. Burmeister shrugged off the tackle, put it on the left. Missed. It's been an impressive start for Aspley in this second quarter. Sharks wasting no time, bringing it in. Kick into the middle of the ground. Shepherd had to fly, couldn't take the mark, was knocked away from Hodnitsky. Shepherd and Hodnitsky fighting a 0-0 draw. Umpire allowing it to go on. And now Shepherd will be pink for holding the footy. Now it's Hodnitsky. Kick drops 25 metres out. Levi out the back there, couldn't get hands on it. Here's Smith in the back half. Goes across goal to Patterson. Patterson running up and down that wing on the outer side this afternoon. Had some nice involvements. Chipped it short to Brown. Now Josh Brown is on his day unstoppable. He's had a quiet season so far in 2026. This is Jessen, who's forced to go long down the line. That's a good mark taken by Hunkin over the top of Thomas Levi, who's a little bit vertically challenged. Not a tall man. Ball comes off hands. Kick inside forward 50 from Gardner. Went in the Hamilman direction. They get in front to take the intercept mark, Aspley. That was Harrop. They move it towards the outer side. Crawley couldn't take the mark, followed up. Was slung to the ground. And another ball up. So Malone, clever little tap over the back, but Levi was the only man there for Aspley. His kick up to half forward has been marked. It's a ripper mark, and now the handball off. This is Taylor, who can run to 40 and steered it low and steered it through. So the first two goals of the quarter for Aspley. Jordan Taylor has his first of the afternoon, and they extend their lead to 9 points. And this has been an impressive start for Aspley, who are essentially playing for survival in season 2026. So they're 4-7. They're 4 goal scorers this afternoon. Dane McDonald, Jordan Taylor, Andrew Jeffrey and Lachlan Chambers all have one apiece. The 3 goal scorers for Redland-Victoria point. Well, Matt Hamilman has 2 and Cooper Pell a single. We're back underway. Delbridge, another good tap out. But Miller won the clearance. Offerman's kick to half forward was good. Here's Cameron. Had plenty of footy early. The little chip inside forward 50. Miller ran on, got on the end of it. But Scotty Miller, this might be just outside his range. He's 45, man on the mark's 45 metres out, but Miller will kick it closer to the 50. This will take his best, Scotty. He's wasting no time. He arcs around, kicked it on the arc. Won't make the distance. Punched out over the line, so they don't concede a score, Aspley. And a throw in Here's Levi out the back. Had his handball smothered. Whistle is blown. Levi will get the free kick. Goes into the back pocket. And they're going via the cape here, Aspley. Here's Levi again. Kick looking out wide. Set a task for Jethro Grills. It was knocked away. Miller, now Hambledon. They're building here. Hambledon goes in the Hamilton direction. 2 for company. Came from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Cameron in front of the pack was ripped off it without it. No free kick paid. Aspley get out of danger. The high kick towards centre wing. And O'Sullivan, well, it's either a mark or it's out in the full. Take your pick. O'Sullivan brings it inboard to Miller. Miller's a kick and a half from home. Or maybe 2 kicks with Scotty Miller's legs. Miller content to sit this one into the pocket. Big pack formed. It came off hands. And we've got a lasso rule free kick. I think that's going against Jethro Grills. So just outside the 50. They'll bring it in. Hambledon ran right around, got on that right boot, sets it to the hot spot. Patterson, he had to fly from behind. A man came from behind him, which was Delbridge. The big man took the intercept mark. So Finn Delbridge, he's had an impressive season, averaging 44 hitouts per game in season 2026. Also leads the Hornets in clearances at 5 a game, so he has been a massive contributor for the brown and gold. Stoppage in the forward half. For Redland-Victoria point. Cameron couldn't get boot to ball. Bromwich went in there. Back to Dylan Smith. Quick snap to the top of the goal square. And Hamilton outmarked. Beautiful mark by Lachlan Sherwood, who seems to have the job this afternoon on Hamilton. And the unenviable task at trying to stop him getting to 100 goals. Kick came out of the D50. So Aldo Mall Oval in Aspley, one of the premier venues for QAFL footy. So doing the ruck work there is Gardner, with Malone off the ground. Levi's hands off the deck were good, and then fumbled by Jeffrey, who had to go back, couldn't get it. Miller, little chip forward. It's been marked, called to play on. Ball comes back to Smith. Smith, strong tackle, Tame McDonald. Rammed him into the ground, and another ball up. So Aspley, their tackling has been a feature, which is interesting against Redland-Victoria Point, because Redland-Victoria Point, we know, are a very, very strong tackling side. They average 71 tackles a game to Aspley's 58. It's the Hornets that have gone in strong in this first quarter. So we've got a free kick from the ruck contest. Max Gardner, the beneficiary. Gardner will have to kick this from 45. There's a ruck infringement. Unlucky for Delbridge. So Max Gardner. The pinch hit ruckman. From just inside 50. Doesn't make great contact with it. It doesn't make the distance. A man went down in front of the pack. Whistle has been blown. And the free kick is going the Sharks' way. So for an off-the-ball shepherd, perhaps. And the man grabbing it is Clay Cameron. So Cameron from a slight angle. Is 10 metres out. Shouldn't be any problem for him. And Cameron comes in and pops it through. So the Sharks hit back with their 4th goal of the afternoon, and to cut the margin to 3 points after Aspley kicked the first 2 of the quarter. And Redland-Victoria point, they needed a goal there because they had the ball camped down in their forward half for around 5 minutes. And eventually they find the breakthrough. 4-7 plays 4-4, 7.5 minutes gone here on the north side. Of course, Aspley last week, a 28-point loss at home to Palm Beach, where they were right in it. They looked on track for a real famous upset against the table toppers. Couldn't get it done in the last quarter. Coughed up 6 goals to 1. So the ball comes out to the broadcast side. Miller going hard at it. Aston, clever little looped handball to Callahan. High ball. Hamilman got to the front. Couldn't take the mark. There at ground level is Coffey. Coffey kicked it to space to get it out of danger. Smith one-on-one with Bastanak. Smith pushed Bastanak off it. Clever work. Gathered. Then had his kick smothered by Crawley. And the Hornets get out of danger. Crawley's kick towards half forward has been chopped off. The kick into the middle of the ground. This is Hunkin. Looks wide to Miller. He's got plenty of space to work in. Takes the mark. Kicks it forward to Callahan. Kick and a half from home. So Callahan has Hamilman pointing just in front of him and then just chipped it forward, wanting Hamilman to lead up at him. Hamilman and Callahan weren't on the same page. The intercept mark was taken in front of Hamilman. So they are they're focused on trying to get Hamilman to his 100 goals this afternoon. The Redland-Victoria Point Sharks, every time they go inside forward 50, they're looking for their man, and why not? He's got 94 goals on the season. Needs 6 more. He kicked 2 in the first quarter. So far, none in the second. This is Burmeister. And now Crawley with the long ball. The skipper trying to keep it in play. Has it gone out in the full? No, it's been touched across. So a throw in 35 metres out for the Hornets. Their first real attacking foray in quite a few minutes. So Mason O'Sullivan is the man in the ruck. Malone has come back on for the Sharks. O'Sullivan will have a tough task. Kick out into space. And they're on over the back here. Here's Cameron, who's gathered, can take a couple of bounces. Wants to go in the Hamilman direction. They'll find him. The kick sits up. That's great defence there by Sherwood. Hamilman gathered at ground level, fed the handball over to Callahan. Callahan kicks it from 10 metres out. Unselfish by the big man on his afternoon. Could be forgiven for having a shot. Found Callahan with the handball. And Miles Callahan has a goal. And Redland-Victoria Point hit the front. A 3-point lead. And after Aspley kicked the first 2 goals of the quarter, the Sharks scored the next 2 to maintain their advantage. So Redland-Victoria Point, they were lucky to win last week against Sherwood. They trailed most of the afternoon. Only hit the front late. Matty Hamilman kicked 7 on the afternoon. So we're back in the middle. Delbridge won the tap out. Hodnitsky sent him inside forward 50. Ball bounced over the head of a couple. Taylor followed up to lay a good tackle. His tackling pressure has been elite this afternoon, Jordan Taylor. So Malone won it down. Grills laying a good tackle. Then Taylor took it off the man lying on the deck. And as soon as he did, he was wrapped up. A lot of stoppages this afternoon. Malone gets front position. Oh, here's Levi. Blind turn through traffic, then put it on the boot. Kicked it out on the full. The first part of the equation was impressive from Thomas Levi. The blind spin out of trouble. He's got some tricks, young Levi. Been their leading disposal getter on the ground. Prokost to bring it in for the Sharks. Real Jared Grant look to Jack Prokos. Bit of microphone head about him. Chapman back pocket. Rams it long towards the halfback flank. Smith was in front, wanted the free kick, didn't come. Ball's gone off hands, out of play. It's a beautiful afternoon for footy, a little bit breezy. On the north side of Brisbane, bright blue skies in the River City this afternoon. How good is winter in southeast Queensland? Sharks up towards half forward. Gardner was outmarked. And bursting through there was Sherwood. Did well, kicked it long towards half forward. Chapman dropped it. Here's Delbridge, who beat a tackle, put it on the right boot. Ball bounced inside forward 50. Prokos gathered, was ripped off it, and running in to kick an open goal is Burmeister. Aspley hit the front. 13 and a quarter minutes played, second quarter. And Sinclair Burmeister has kicked his first goal of the afternoon. So Prokos with a little bit of lack of awareness there. Ball tumbled in front of him, gathered it, and was strongly tackled. Aspley reclaimed their lead, 3 points, 5-7-37. The Sharks 5-4-34. Malone wins it down. Here's Thomas Levi. Good tackle, Campbell Aston. He is a tackling machine, Aston. Averaging 9 a game in season 2026 of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL. Malone thumps it out of the ruck. Giso at an awkward bounce. Managed to offload it to Aston. Good work. Slick hands inboard. Giso. High kick towards half forward. Front position is Hamilman, who's taken the mark on his chest. The man on the mark is right on the 50-metre arc, so Hamilman will have to kick this 53, 54 metres. We know he's got the range. He's a prodigious kicker of the football. And he is going back to have a shot. So Matty Hamilman on 94 goals for season 2026. This to make it 95 from outside the arc. Strikes it. It is a beautiful hit of the football. He's got it! Matthew Hamilman from all the way downtown has his third goal of the afternoon to take his tally for season 2026 to 95 goals. So he's on track, the big man. Seesawing second quarter of action here on the TPIL Lawyers QAFL round 16 match. Delbridge tried to extract it from the middle. That's a good tackle by Will Shepherd. Delbridge won it down to Levi, who's tackled immediately. So Matt Hamilman, what a season he's had. Seeking to break the 100-goal mark for the third time in his QAFL career, which is just simply incredible. 113 goals last year, including 9 goals in a grand final. As Redland-Victoria Point claimed the 2025 premiership, looking to go back-to-back. Malone's kick through the middle of the ground was a shocker. Tay McDonald chip forward. Jethro Grills couldn't mark. Running onto it was Hudnitsky. Back to Jethro Grills, who sold some candy on Malone. The chip inside forward 50. That was class from Jethro. Delbridge, the big man, has lurked forward and marked 30 from home, slight angle. So Finbar Delbridge will be close to Aspley's player of the season. The big ruckman. What a specimen he is. Ambles in. It's on line. It holds its line long enough. Aspley have another one. They get back in front. What a seesawing second quarter. 5 goals to 4. 43 plays 40. Aspley 6-7. Redland-Victoria 0.64. Delbridge is first. So all single goal scorers for the Hornets. Chambers, Jeffrey, Taylor, Dane McDonald, Sinclair, Burmeister, and then Finbar Delbridge kicking that one. For the Sharks, it's Callahan, Cameron, and Pell with singles, and Matt Hamilman has 3 as he chases the ton on this beautiful Saturday afternoon at Auto Mall Oval. Sharks to come forward through Miller. Won the clearance. The kick to the point of the square at half forward. Tracking back was Bastanak of the Ryan variety. Courageous mark with the flight of the footy. Little chip into the middle of the ground. Overshot a couple of targets. Bounced over the head of McKenzie, who followed up to lay a good tackle on Scotty Miller. Smith bounced in front of him. Bastanak's in there. Here's Gisu. Good handball to Pope, to Hambledon. Hambledon finds a target inside forward 50. It's Clay Cameron, 35 metres out, directly in front. So Matty Hambledon, his delivery's been good inside forward 50, didn't panic. Just took the extra step and found a very loose Clay Cameron. So Clay Cameron chasing his second goal of the afternoon. Kick one in the first quarter. Very deliberate approach. It's a nice kick off the boot. Cameron gets his second. Redland-Victoria point hit the front again. So goal for goal in this second quarter. And the lead has changed hands 5 times in the quarter. It's been a ripper. Sharks 46, Aspley 43. We're well and truly in time on. Be interesting to see how long this quarter runs for. We're back underway. Malone won it down. Here's Miller, gets the clearance. Sharks inside forward 50. Hamilman knocked away from him. At ground level doing well there was Mason O'Sullivan. They clear the danger temporarily, the Hornets. It's good work there by Bentley. Got a handball over the top to Jethro Grills. Chapman sees Grills out of play. A throw in out of side. Shark side are halfway. Malone and Delbridge. Malone's tap out. Good slick hands by Callahan. Looped over the top by Aston. Here's Offermans. Pulled the kick in the Cameron direction. He couldn't mark. O'Sullivan did well. Hornets will get out of danger. They swing it wide into the back pocket. Long kick down the line to the broadcast side. Getting back there was Hamilman. Good defensive work from the big man. They want holding the ball in the Sharks coach's box. Not paid. So that was Tane McDonald on the bottom of that pack. Aston wrapped up by Hodnitsky. Hotto was the Aspley players and coaching staff love to call him. Malone, handball to Pope. Comes over the top. Here's Offerman, streaming inside the 50. Took a bounce, ran to 40, put it on the boot, pulled it to the left-hand side, but there's a free kick that's been paid. I think Offerman's copped one after he kicked the football. And he'll get a redo. Oh, they want the downfield free kick. It was Cameron on the goal line that saw it go over his head. They're not going to pay a downfield. So Offermans will have to take his kick from around 40 metres out. The angle is slight. So Tom Eastoe was the man that got him after he kicked it. The Sharks players still saying that it should be a downfield free kick and we should have it on the goal line. Clay Cameron is perplexed. But Offermans, who's spent time with the Brisbane Lions VFL this season and had some good games at that level too. He's a talented footballer. Premiership player last year for the Sharks. This one from just inside 50. Arcs around on the right. He's pushed it on the siren and it's a minor score. So at half-time, Redland-Victoria Point take a 5-point lead and we've got a little bit to go on with at the half. So Offerman's got in there. A couple of little men doing the business. McDonald's there, so's Grills. And eventually the wiser heads prevail. They come in. We'll take a break at half-time and be back with all the third quarter action.
At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
AFL Nines, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me. Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Welcome back to Auto Mall Oval in Aspley for the third quarter between the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks and the home team, the Aspley Hornets. At halftime, it is the Sharks leading by 4 points. We've got a big second half coming up underway in just a moment as the teams make their way to their positions. Let's go around the grounds because plenty of action taking place in round 16 of the TPIL Lawyers QAFL. Morningside lead Labrador by 47 points at halftime of their match. Cooperoo holding a 39-point lead over Mount Gravatt. Sherwood lead Noosa by 9 points. Surfers Paradise and Palm Beach, the two top-of-the-table operations. Palm Beach holding a 8-point lead at halftime, and in this one it is the Sharks up by 4 points as we're on Matt Hamilman watch. The big man entered the day needing 8 goals to top the ton for the third time in his career. He's kicked 3. Let's see if we can get the remaining 5 in the second half, and what a start! Ball out of the middle from Malone, and Hamilman has marked just 20 seconds into the quarter and will go back to kick goal number 4. And in the words of Bon Jovi, put himself well halfway there. This one from 35 metres out directly in front. So Matt Hamilman for goal number 96 of the season. The fist was up the moment that left his boot. Matt Hamilman has goal number 4 and 96 on the year. He draws ever closer to topping the ton. And what a player he is. Matt Hamilman. And if you look through his last 6 years of QAFL football, 93 goals, 106, an injury-affected 24, where he still kicked 71 from limited games, 113 last year, and now 96 goals in 2026. He will kick the 100 this season. It's a matter of when, not if. And it could be today. His ball back in the middle. Miller tackled. Could have been holding the ball. Lucky to get away with it. That was Jeffrey laying the tackle. Kicked a goal earlier, Jeffrey. A good game. Now wins the clearance. Pokes it forward. McDonald, one-on-one there with Prokos. Chapman got a kick that went all of about 2 metres. Inside 50 from Taylor. Bounced in front of a couple. Here's Chapman. Got it to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan short kick wide. Bastanak of the Jordan variety is in there. Player still going out it close to the boundary line, and eventually just tunneled across the line by Grills. So ball in, 45 out. Hornets into attack. They trail by 10 points. We've played 2.5 minutes in this third quarter. Delbridge got front position. Hodinsky out of mid-air. Ball's around 20 metres out. Huddy, Chapman, close to the boundary line. His handball missed Aston and goes out of play. So 35 out. So we see the packed social club here at Aspley Hornets. One of the great venues in the QAFL. And plenty of anticipation of this one. Could be a history-making day on the north side of Brisbane. And we'll have another stoppage. Wow. Kai McKenzie's been holding the ball. So Patterson got the free kick. That's red hot. Didn't think McKenzie had too much opportunity to get rid of it. So Shepherd back to Patterson. He's on the arc of his defensive 50. Not many options, so had to go to a running Aston who marks just inside the paint. Aspley have forced them into moving the ball slowly this afternoon. Gisu flew for it. Comes back off hands. Hambledon lurking out the back. Ball wouldn't sit cleanly for him. Tapped it forward to the advantage of Brown, who went back to Hambledon. Got a handball off to Gisu. Feeding it through traffic to Brown. Brown off a step. Pops it up. Big fly from Cameron, who had his legs taken out. He was tunnelled. And Cameron will get the free kick. No, it's going to Dylan Smith for a hold. So Cameron hit the ground hard. but Smith is the man with the free kick. So that's for a hold against Ryan Bastanak. So this to make it 2 in a row to start the third quarter for Redland-Victoria Point. Dylan Smith starred in the grand final last year as he struts in, and he's missed it. So that's a big let off from Aspley. The margin 11 points, and Smith really needs to kick those ones. From 25 metres out, as good as directly in front. That's a poor miss. They come right up the tube. Knocked away from Levi. Smith back into it. Shepherd, ball bounced off his chest. Aston back to Smith, and Smith wrapped up. Tried to take on a tackler, and Ryan Bastanak wrapped him up. Gets the free kick, holding the ball. Bastanak wasting no time and looking wide. Came off the chest of Tane McDonald, but McDonald will get the free kick. Hambledon doesn't know where the mark is. He's asking the umpire to explain where the mark is. Chapman has been brought back to stand the mark. It's all very confusing, but the end result is a little chip kick up towards half forward. So Hodinsky, he's had a good game this afternoon. Long ball. Huddy got over the top to punch it away. In fact, it was Jessen. Ball up inside the 50. Delbridge. Here's Levi lurking. Could have been taken high by Chapman. No free kick. Here's Levi again. Bursting through, but tackled by Shepherd. So he's been active at the base of the packs here, Levi. And a ruck infringement free kick. It's for a block out on Malone. Delbridge to take the free kick. He's kicked 1 goal this afternoon, Big Finbar. And this has been a ding-dong ruck battle between two of the most dominant ruckmen in the QAFL. And Delbridge, he averages 44 hit-outs a game. Malone, 51. They are monster men. Delbridge for goal number 2. Big Finbar. Put it right through the middle. Aspley strike back. Their first goal the second half. Becomes Aspley's first multiple goal scorer on the afternoon with 2. The other goal scorers, Burmeister, McDonald, Taylor, Jeffrey and Chambers, all with singles. For Redland-Victoria Point, Matt Hamilman has 4 goals, 2 to Craig Cameron. And Pell and Callahan have 1 apiece. Five points the margin, 7 3/4 minutes played. Here at the beautiful Graham Road. Malone and Delbridge, here's Miller, gathered, tackled by Thomas Levi. Malone thumped it forward. Miller got a rotten bounce, bounced over his head. Backing into traffic was Hodinsky. Delbridge wins this one down. Here's Bastanak. Kicks it up towards half forward. Went over the head of Dane McDonald. Out the back there. A strong tackle on Callan Harrop. Haven't called his name much this afternoon. Harrop struggled to get near it. Miller to Aston. Aston couldn't get a clean disposal away and then was ridden into the ground and will get the free kick. Well, lucky not to be holding the ball, and then gets a free kick after the tackle from Jordan Bastanak. So Aston leads the comp in disposals per game, 28.5 disposals per game in 2026 for Campbell Aston. Ball's at half forward. The handball came out. Here's Brown, close to the boundary. Try to beat a tackle, couldn't. Beautiful tackle. That's holding the ball. So the defensive pressure off the charts for Aspley. They've taken it right up to the Sharks this afternoon. Ball comes in ball to McKenzie. Still inside his defensive 50. He's had to range up the ground, Kai McKenzie. Called to move it on now. Just goes with the 9-iron close to the boundary line. Comes off hands. Chambers there. Long kick forward. O'Sullivan at half-back. Took it in front of Crawley. Wants to look across and switch the play. Nothing on. Goes short. 45 ball into the middle to Aston. Barely the required. Aston took it under pressure from Harrop. Aston will go short. Boundary side. Aspley have done well to stop the flow of Redland-Victoria Point, who are so dangerous when their long kicking game links up through the middle of the ground. They've forced them to go down the line to contest time after time this afternoon. This is O'Sullivan. Got it on the boot towards half forward. McDonald worked his man under it. His Procost taken high by Crawley. That'll be a free kick. A little clumsy from the Aspley skipper. Procost. Oh, the wind got a hold of that ball. It's been intercepted and running into the open goal. Aspley will get another one and take the lead. That's Ryan Bastanak, who was alert to it. It was a rotten kick by Procost. It just sailed, got taken by the wind. And alert to it was Bastanak, who goes through and kicks the goal. So Ryan Bastanak gets his first goal of the afternoon. And Aspley hit the front by a point. They're 8-7-55. Redland-Victoria Point 8-6-54. We've played 11 and a half minutes in the third quarter on TPIL Lawyers QAFL Premiership Football. Plenty of great games going on around the grounds. There's a real logjam at the top end of the ladder this season. Only a good team doing the business. And Aspley, well, they're down in 9th at the moment, but looking to keep their season alive. Just the 5 wins in 2026, but they're still a quality outfield when they have their best players out there. Sharks go inside 50. Could have been holding the ball there on no free kick paid. So that was Tom Grills. So there's 3 Grills out there. Jethro, Tom, and Harry. Miller beat a couple of tackles. Got it to Shepherd. Kick went all of a couple metres. Here's Pope bobbing up. Pope has a shot on goal and puts it through. Alex Pope with his first of the afternoon. Sharks hit the front again. And just like the second quarter, we've got a seesawing affair on our hands in the third. So Alex Pope parting the seas and finishing from 40 metres out. It was a class finish. 5 points the margin. As we go around the grounds, Morningside hold a 54-point lead over Labrador at Jack Esplin Oval. Cooperoo 32 points up over Mount Gravatt. 20 points the margin between Noosa and Sherwood, with the Tigers in front. And Palm Beach leads Surfers Paradise by a point in the top of the table clash. We're back in the middle here. Delbridge wins the clearance. High ball, bounces inside forward 50. Twisting back there. Chapman. Here's Patterson close to the boundary line. Can take off and kick it up the line. Good strong lead by Clay Cameron. Took the mark, looked inboard. This is Offerman's. Offerman goes across the centre circle to O'Sullivan, who handballed it forward to Cameron. The ball bounced in front of Cameron. And now they're forced to go back inboard from Bromwich to Pope, the goal scorer from a minute ago. Pope plays on now. Wide towards half forward where Patterson has run on, has Campbell Aston running inside. Aston from 45 just sets this one up, doesn't make the distance. Hamilman almost marked it on the goal line next to the point post, was dealt with it after he got hands on it. No free kick paid. A little bit unlucky there from Hamilman because he was definitely dragged down in the contest. Aspley lucky not to give away the free kick. The margin is 6 points. They've been content to go around this outer side here, Aspley. Bastanak getting on the end of it. And now the kick up the line. That's a beautiful delivery inside the centre square to Taylor. Taylor pops to his feet and now measures it inside forward 50. It was knocked away from Dane McDonald, who then followed up to lay a good tackle on Prokos. Prokos managed to get it away to Pope. Pope comes down the outer side, finds Cameron in space, handed it off to Hambleton. They're rushing forward here, the Sharks. Over the top to Smith. Smith inside forward 50. Hamilman on the lead. Hamilman is marked, 25 out, tough angle. Well worked there by the Sharks. It's one of the first real times they've been able to get free-flowing footy. And Matt Hamilman is going to go around the corner for goal number 5. And for goal number 97 on the season. He comes around the corner, makes good contact with it, has missed it. So 4 goals, 3 this afternoon for Matt Hamilman. So since early in the second quarter, this game has just been goal for goal. Chambers can't mark and the ball's out of play. Ball into the middle of the ground where Chambers is tackled. And another ball up. So with 17 minutes played in this third quarter, Hamilman needs to get a move on. He still needs 4 goals to top the ton. They come through the middle of the ground. Pope to Hambleton. He'll go in the Hamilman direction. No, opted for Gisu instead. Gisu managed to handball it in the Cameron direction, was ripped off it. Packed forms. We'll have a ball up. So ball up, Hamilman doing the ruck work, tapped it down, bounced away from Offermans. Offermans went back in and got it, handballed it essentially to the goal line. Gisu was tackled around the throat. No free kick given, and the little man's not happy. So a ball up inside the goal square. Sharks into attack, kicking the right of your screen in this third quarter. Floating around the front was Pell, but there's a ruck infringement free kick going against Hamilman to Finn Delbridge, who's kicked 2 goals this afternoon, the big man. I'd say he's just edged big Craig Malone in the ruck battle. Looks wide to the outer side. That's a poor kick. Smith takes the intercept mark. Dylan Smith. And Smith's kick into the forward pocket. Finds Cameron. Cameron plays on. Goes with the right foot around the corner. Kicks the goal. Clay Cameron, goal number 3. And back-to-back goals for the Sharks to stretch this margin out over 2 goals. So it has been the Hamilman and Cameron show for the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. Hamilman with 4, Cameron with 3. Almost at time on, third quarter. Malone and Delbridge. Malone won the tap. Here's Offermans. McKenzie hot on his hammer. Offermans does the full 360. On the right, inside forward 50. Hamilman took it off hands. Got it on the right boot. Shot on goal. It's fading. I think it's gone out on the full. So Hamilman getting opportunities, but not able to convert. Sherwood looks wide. They've been patient moving the ball out of their back half, Aspley. They wait for a man on the outer side. Told to move it on now. High ball towards centre wing. Malone is out the back. A little chip up the line, found Cameron. Cameron's lead-up work has been elite this afternoon. The kick inside forward 50. Hamilman out the back. He's able to gather. Got a handball off. Cameron chipped it off the deck and kicked another one. So Clay Cameron has goal number 4. And he's coming straight from the ground. And the margin starting to get a little ominous for Aspley. The Sharks leading by 19 points with 21 minutes played third quarter. And Clay Cameron is having some sort of day. It seems like every time the ball goes inside forward 50 for the Sharks, the Hornets fold back in front of Matthew Hamilman and have left a lot of space for Clay Cameron to operate in this afternoon. And he's taken full advantage, kicking 4 goals. So alarm bell starting to ring in the Aspley coaches' boxes. Either ruckman can get a clean tap. McKenzie got rid of it. Hodnitsky taken high. Bastanak trying to run past the handball, wasn't given. So Hodnitsky looks wide to the broadcast side. Here's McKenzie in those bright blue boots. Chips it up the line. Thomas Levi playing forward this quarter. Led up at it. Had a short man on. Decided to go longer into the pocket. Delbridge, big leap at the footy. Couldn't mark. Good work at ground level, but that's a strong, strong tackle by Patterson, who laid the tackle there on Sherwood. So it's Delbridge tapping it down. Chapman won the clearance, but coughed it up by hand. Crawley gathered it, just flung it on his boot, and the ball's going out of bounds. I think it bounced just inside the chalk. So a throw in, 20 metres out from the Hornets' goal. They need this next one here if they're to stay in the game. They trail by 19 points, 11-8. Plays 8-7. Hornets deep into attack. Malone got front position. Won the tap down. A handball missed Levi, and the Sharks come out of danger. Knocked away from Cameron, but they got runners on through the middle of the ground there. Here's Hunkin. Hunkin inside forward 50. Bounces in front of Hamilman. Hamilman's got out the back. He gathers. Can't finish. Has missed it to the left-hand side, so that makes it 4 goals for this afternoon for Matt Hamilman. He's had plenty of chances to kick that 100th goal. 8 shots at goal, and if he'd kick straight, the crowd would be rushing the field right now, but kicking boots have been a little errant. Coming out the outer side. That's a good mark taken by Max Gardner. He's had some nice moments, filled in the ruck on a couple of occasions when Malone has been off the ground. He goes inboard to Hunkin. Premiership player last year. Harry Hunkin. Feigned one way, went the other. Kick into the pocket. That's a poor kick. Delbridge there to take the intercept mark. Uncontested. Some of their entries this afternoon for Redland-Victoria Point have been a little haphazard. Delbridge's high ball. Malone flew. Third juggle. Couldn't control it. Bastanak ripped off the footy. Still going there, Bastanak of the Jordan variety. Love a ball up. Delbridge just rushing from the defensive 50 to get involved in the ruck contest. Malone won it. Shepherd beat a couple of tackles, got it away. Here's Aston, gathers, try to track back inside. That should be holding the ball. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, not paid. Well, the umpires have been lenient on occasion this afternoon for the holding the ball free kicks. Aston got away with one. Malone took it out of the ruck and then had his kick smothered by Delbridge. Ball out across the line. 25 minutes played in this third quarter, with the Sharks holding a 20-point lead. Malone, tap down. Hornets kick it out of their defensive 50. And a lasso rule free kick. Oh. Hunkin, long ball, just inside the 50. Out the back there was Coffey. Aston socketed it towards goal. Bounced off the knee of Hamilman. Gisu close to the line. He can't keep it in. So another throw in coming up. Ball back in. Gardner took it out of the ruck. Couldn't get a clean disposal. Gisu lurking at ground level. Was tackled well there by O'Sullivan. Another ball up. Gardner tried to take it out of the ruck again. McDonald beat a tackle. They get out of danger here, Aspley. Kick is long towards the broadcast wing. Well, the tackling has been a feature this afternoon. That was Hunkin wrapping up Harrop. Malone takes it uncontested out of the ruck. Hands it off to Chapman. Chapman screws it towards half forward. Ball overshot Pell. Adnitsky, well, he took on a couple of tackles and then was wrapped up. Should have been holding the ball. It is. Aston take the free kick. And if there's a man you don't want to run into, it's Campbell Aston. He's kicked towards the top of the goal square. Hamilman with a couple to deal with. They're back on the goal line here. Here's O'Sullivan, content to take the tackle. And a ball up 15 to 20 metres out. So Gardner to do the ruck work. Ball allowed to bounce, and then Gardner gathers. Tackled by Delbridge. So Hamilman is the only man in front of the footy for Redland-Victoria Point, with 3 Hornets to deal with. Levi through the stoppage, got the clearance. Great work, Levi. Kick into the centre square. It's been intercept marked by Jet Jessen. Jessen sets this one out into the pocket. Hamilman is out the back, beat a tackle, couldn't get boot to ball, was ripped off it. And the ball will be coming back inside the forward 50. We've got a player down behind play, and who looks to be in a fair bit of trouble. I think that was not Delbridge. Might be Harrop or O'Sullivan, who looks to be in a lot of trouble, clutching at a knee, and this is not good to see. So whoever it is, there's a lot of concern from his teammates who have all gathered around him, and even the Redland-Victoria Point players seem to think something's up. So he stayed down for quite a while. Now it looks to be a knee injury, and hands behind the head, and this is not good to see. This is not good to see. It's Mason O'Sullivan, and it is a knee. We've got some confirmation from down at ground level as the training staff are on the ground, and we thank them for all their work most of them volunteers, our training staff, and for all the volunteers around the TPIL lawyers, QAFL, thank them for their work, as O'Sullivan is going to come off assisted by the trainer. And it looks like a knee injury of some note, which is not great to see as the runner comes to help him off the ground. So slow to move off the ground, Mason O'Sullivan. It looks like a reasonably serious knee injury. He was down for quite a while. So when play resumes, it'll be Redland-Victoria point to bring it in. They lead by 20 points as we tick over 30 minutes played in this third quarter. As Mason O'Sullivan departs the ground. He's close enough to the boundary now that the umpire has seen fit to resume play. So we get back underway. This is Poe chipping it into the pocket. Hamilman had a couple of players camped in front of him. Ball's gone out across the line. So Matt Hamilman, he's really going to need to have his kicking boots on in the last quarter because he needs 4 goals to top the ton. It's a reasonably shallow throw in. Malone took it out of the ruck, got his hands away, pinched by McKenzie. Kick into the centre square. O'Sullivan, that's a strong mark in a team that's missing Adrian Williams. Have really enjoyed his presence this afternoon. Luke O'Sullivan just chips it up inside the 50. There's a high ball. It was knocked away from Hamilman, and Malone there as well. We'll have a ball up. Delbridge and Malone, ball close to the boundary line. It's Grills who gets the kick forward. 2-on-1 contest. Bastenack did well to bring it to ground level. Kick into the centre square. That's beautiful. Chapman's marked on the point of the square at halfback. Risky kick into the middle of the ground. It's been cut off. Big opportunity here for Aspley. High ball inside the 50. Oh, flying back there was Jessen, who took a crucial intercept mark in front of Taylor. And that is a goal-saving mark because they had men rushing inside the forward 50. Jessen's kick across to Patterson was a beauty. Patterson goes up the line. The kick missed Callahan there. Getting back was Eastoe. Eastoe had fed the handball forward. Great tackle laid on Tane McDonald. And that's holding the ball. So it's Cameron now. McDonald is down on the ground level. Cameron just decided to step over him whilst taking the free kick. Drives it long inside the forward 50. Hamilman out the back. Gardner couldn't get the handball away. If he'd got it free, Hamilman was out. But Aspley have come the other way. Here's Levi. Down the outer side. Levi's kick towards half forward. Jessen 1-on-1. Taylor picked it up. Ball bounced over the head. Bastenack twisting and turning. Bastenack gets it on the boot, kicks a goal. Ryan Bastenack has 2 in the third quarter. Aspley tighten up that lead. It's 14 points. And with 33 minutes played in the third quarter, Aspley keep punching on. 11-9 plays 9-7. And Hamilman with an opportunity down one end. Aspley go coast to coast. And Bastenack finishes at the other end. Ryan Bastenack. So we have a look around the grounds. Palm Beach Currumbin lead the top of the table clash by 12 points over Surfers Paradise. That one looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Noosa 5 points up over Sherwood. Cooper lead Mount Gravatt by 36 points, and a bit of a pasting over at Morningside. 61 points the margin between Morningside and Labrador. This game is back to a 14-point margin. Redland-Victoria point leading. 666 infringement in the middle. A warning issued against the Hornets as Delbridge takes it out of the ruck to Mackenzie. They're coming forward again here, the Hornets. Siren beats them as the ball sails inside forward 50 at three-quarter time. Aspley trail by 14 points, and we'll come back for the last quarter of action in just a moment's time with Matt Hamilman needing 4 goals to top the ton. Welcome back to Graham Road. Last quarter of action just about to get started between the Aspley Hornets and the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. It's the away team, the Sharks, leading by 14 points at three-quarter time. And for those tuning in for Matt Hamilman Watch, the great man has kicked 4 goals this afternoon to take his tally for season 2026 to 96 goals. Needs 4 goals in this last quarter to top the ton in 2026. Can he get it done? He's been well held by the Aspley defence this afternoon. Let's get this last quarter underway. Malone won the hit out. Smith swept in off that wing. Handball into the middle of the ground to Offermans, who got it to Aston. Kick towards half forward. Good trap and gather there. Back to Smith. Smith, rush kick inside the forward 50. And here's Hambleton, who gathered and had a shot at goal. He's kicked it out on the full, Matthew Hambleton. So Aspley, they trail by 14 points. They've spread the goal kickers this afternoon. 2 to Delbridge and 2 to Bastenack, with singles to Chambers, Jeffrey, Taylor, Dane McDonald and Burmeister. On the other side of the ledger, it's been 4 goals apiece for Matt Hamilman and Clay Cameron, with singles for Pell, Pope and Callahan. The Sharks to go back inside forward 50. Came in the Hamilman direction, off hands, bounced off his chest. McKenzie beat a couple of tackles, then hoofed it on the boot, out towards centre wing. Jessen couldn't mark. Malone put his big frame over the footy and collected it. Was well tackled, will be pinged for holding the ball. Caitlin Harrop laid the tackle on the big man, and like a good lumberjack, brought the tall timber to ground. Chips up the line to Hnitsky. He's been a powerhouse in the middle of the ground for Aspley this afternoon, Hodnitsky. He kicks it long to the edge of the arc at half forward. Couple of grabs there from Delbridge. Hasn't he had a game, the big man? Delbridge wheels around from 60 out. The kick inside 50 was a shocker. Cut off by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan comes across to Dylan Smith. Smith on the broadcast side. Cautious with their ball movement this afternoon is Hambleton. So some messages from inside the camp from the coaches at three-quarter time for Redland-Victoria Point. Well, I was told to focus on the run and the drive from half back. But they haven't been able to link up through the middle of the ground too often this afternoon, the Sharks, which is a feature of their game where they're up and flying. They've had to kick long to a lot of contests. There's been a real long kick and stoppage game this afternoon. Very few end-to-end passages. Delbridge won it down. Here's Grills. Handball over the top. Hodnitsky. Strong tackle by Pell. No prior opportunity. It'll be a ball up. So Aspley at three-quarter time. Well, their message was attack, attack, attack. Tora, Tora, Tora. And they're going to have to be brave if they want to win this one. And just like last week, they'll run in the game up until three-quarter time, and then Palm Beach blew them away with 6-1 in the last quarter. Redland-Victoria Point, they are a champion team. We know they finished strong as Malone took it out of the ruck. Kick up to half forward has been marked by Aspley. The kick comes long down the line. And that's a good mark taken by, I think it was Harrop. But a free kick is going Chapman's way for a marking infringement. So Chapman to lob it back down the line. And it's been marked by Shepherd, close to the boundary line. In front of the benches, Shepherd brings it inboard. That's a risky kick. Cameron couldn't take the mark. Brought it to ground for Offermans. Offermans inside forward 50. Hamilman! Strong mark on the lead. Had Sherwood right up his clacker. But Hamilman, strong hands, took the mark. This for number 5 and for 97 on the year. So Matt Hamilman, he needs 4 goals to top the ton. This one of his easiest kicks of the afternoon. It's around 30 metres out. Slide angle, comes in, pushed it again. So that's 5 behinds this afternoon for Matt Hamilman. He will be kicking himself. He could have had it wrapped up this afternoon. Kicked 4 goals, 5. And the record might have to wait until next week. Still plenty of time to play in this last quarter. The margin's 15 points as Aspley bring it into the back pocket. Malone sets himself for a fly. Hunkin came in, couldn't mark. Taylor there. Delbridge's hands off the deck were clean. So, Redland-Victoria Point, they have the bye next week, so we might have to wait a fortnight for Matty Hamilman to top the ton when they play Labrador at home at Totally Workwear Park. Would be good to see him do it at home. Malone wins it down. Bastanak, handball up the line, overshot Jeffrey. Smith and Jeffrey having a wrestle whilst the ball was on the ground. The ball's gone out of bounds. So this is the second week of Jarrah Corporate Pride Round, and we thank Jarrah for their support and all the initiatives going on over the last few weeks in support of our LGBTQI community. Here's Bastanak bursting clear, swept the handball forward. Ball close to the boundary line, and they can't keep it in. We'll have a throw in. Delbridge, high up and under ball, called to play on, not 15. Sharks content to get it across the line. So it's been a game of a lot of stoppages. Sharks leading by 15 points. The Hornets effectively playing for survival in 2026. If they lose this game, it won't be impossible to play finals, just very, very hard. Clearance comes the way of the Sharks. Ball gets out over the back. Gardner was lurking there. Easto swept in to take the football. Handball to Levi. Levi through traffic. Got it off. It was a poor kick going forward there from Tom Grills. And now the Sharks swing it wide. Here's Aston. The star who's found some space on the outer side. Chips up towards half forward. Brown. Haven't seen much of him this afternoon. Brown inside forward 50 to Hamilman. And Matty Hamilman gets on the end of it again. And for his second shot at goal for the quarter, can he kick goal number 5? Feels like goal number 5's been a long time coming for Matty. So Hamilman from 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. This one looks better off the boot. Matty Hamilman has goal number 5, just 3 to go. Can he kick the ton this afternoon? That brings the Great Band on to 97 goals. And what an achievement it will be to top the ton this early in the season. With still 3 games left for Redland-Victoria Point this season. Delbridge wins it down, but the Sharks will win the clearance. Miller fed it off. Here's Smith streaming forward. Kick out wide towards half forward. Bounced off the chest of Gisu. Gisu tried to follow it up. Was worked off the footy there by Coffey. The ball's gone out of play. 21-point lead for the reigning premiers. 9.5 minutes into this last quarter. Miller twisting and turning through traffic on the right inside forward 50. Just popped it in front of Cameron. And I think the ball's gone out of bounds. No, it's a free kick to Cameron. So Clay Cameron, no, Gardner in fact. So Max Gardner has got the free kick tied up against the boundary line. Not a noted goal kicker, Gardner. And quite frankly, I'd be surprised if he kicked it from here, around 35 metres out, tied up against the boundary line. He just struts around and goes with the right foot and has barely scraped it in for a behind. Minor score there for Max Gardner. Margin is 23 points. Now Aspley, time is of the essence. They go route one, straight up the middle. Delbridge laid the tackle on Offermans. Here's Pell delivering inside forward 50. And marking infringement. Umpire has paid the advantage. Well, should have paid the advantage because Redland-Victoria points streamed through to kick the goal. Ball has been brought back, so Will Shepherd is the man with the free kick. And Shepherd, he's around 20 metres out. So shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. He's front on contact against Ryan Bastanak. So we'll just keep a watch on what Matty Hamilman does here. I'll try and lead for this one as Shepherd lines up for a shot at goal. Like Gardner before him a few moments ago, not a noted goal kicker, but Shepherd didn't like it off the boot, was trying to will it back. It didn't come back. And another minor score. 23 points the margin, so we're almost at a 4-goal lead for Redland-Victoria Point. They've had the majority of ball in this last quarter down in their end of the ground. Aspley will move it out the outer side. Ball comes off hands. Here's Chapman. Had a good game, Chapman, off half-back. High ball inside forward 50. Handball through traffic. Patterson still there. Sees it across the line. So if you're just tuning in, Matt Hamilman still needs 3 goals in the last sort of 18, 20 minutes of this game to top the ton for season 2026. Here's Levi tackled. Shepherd tried to rip the ball off him. Gardner fed it through. Shot on goal. It's been kept in by Hambleton. Here's Hamilman trying to pickpocket the Aspley player down there. Handball came out. It's intercepted by Hunkin. Hunkin wheels around. Did he have a shot on goal? Doesn't matter. It's been volleyballed across the line by the Aspley defence. The margin around 4 goals now. Sharks 12-13-85. Aspley 9-7-61. So short chip up the middle to Bastanak. Barely the required. Bastanak called to move it on. Ooh, underground ball. Set a task there for Jeffrey, who was called to play on. Just had to whack it on his boot up towards centre wing. Kept in play. Aspley dribble it forward. Taylor's lurking there out the back. It was tapped on by McDonald. Chapman awake to it. Chapman kicks it long inside the middle of the ground, but it's coming back. Aspley have marked. They'll go inside the forward 50, and they've got a man on. So marked 48, 49 metres out from goal. And this will take a big shot at goal. So Dane McDonald staring at his second goal of the afternoon from just outside 50. It's a wobbly old kick, but I think it's got the length. It's been touched on the line by Prokos. Oh, it just wobbled off the boot, but it kept going and going. Prokos on the last line saw it across. So 24 points is the margin. Kick out towards half-back. Delbridge set himself for a fly, couldn't mark. Slick hands there through Cameron. Release Smith. 1-2 with Hambledon. Smith can run up towards half-forward, take a bounce. Now feeds the handball inside to Brown. Brown looking for Hamilman, but getting in front of him is Callahan. Well, Hamilman was charging on the lead, and Callahan bobbed up and said, "Sorry, mate, this is my footy." So Miles Callahan, kick 1 this afternoon, this to make it 2, and effectively end the contest. So Miles Callahan, 25 metres out, comes in and steers this one through. 2 goals this afternoon for Miles Callahan. The margin is 31 points. $13-14.92. Aspley 9-8-62. And I can't see Aspley kicking 5 goals in around 10 minutes of game time to tie this one up. It might be a bridge too far for the Hornets, who have been brave against the reigning premiers this afternoon, but seem destined to drop another goal. Delbridge wins it down in the middle. Here come the Sharks. They go forward through Aston, inside forward 50. Aston's kick is picked off. Now they come across into the centre square. Kick set a task for Grills there. Had to deal with a couple at ground level. Kick towards half forward. Jessen took the mark, released Pope. Pope looks out aside. Cameron is marked. Handball off to Callahan. Callahan inside forward 50 to Brown, who's marked just inside the paint, around 30 metres out. So does the lead come from Hamilman, or does Josh Brown just take it upon himself? So Josh Brown hasn't kicked a goal this afternoon. A little stutter step approach from close to the boundary line. He floats it up there. Well, he hasn't made the distance. Hamilman flew for it, couldn't take the mark. And Aspley don't concede a score. The kick comes out wide. Oh, big contest there. Harrop may have been taken head high by Shepherd. No free kick paid. Shepherd kicks it forward. Prokos laying some good pressure there. Aspley, they work it in board. Oh, well, that was Jeffrey's handball that went awry. McKenzie still fighting for it for the Hornets. Podnitsky there as well. Let's have a ball up 45 metres out from the Sharks' goal. Kicking to the left of your screen in this last quarter. Cameron can't get a clean disposal. Here's Aspley. Grills gave it off to McKenzie. McKenzie looks wide. And leading up at the football. Aspley have marked. Ball up towards half forward. A couple of Sharks back there. Chip in board to Pell. Pell to Chapman. Chapman has a man wide. Smith. Smith to Callahan. They're in no hurry here, the Sharks. They've been the better side in this last quarter. They've dominated most of the territory battle as the kick up towards half forward. Delbridge can't mark. Did the body work there on Gardner. Sharks come through the contest here. The kick up inside the forward 50. Brown gets out the back, goes on that right. Good smother there by Justice Bentley. The ball ricochets out of bounds. Here's Smith. Handball over the top. Aston. Unselfish. Looked in. Board found Shepherd. Beautiful work. Campbell Aston. And he's why he's one of the best players in the TPIL Lawyers QAFL. The vision to spot up Shepherd and the ability to pull his kick and rifle it into the chest of Will Shepherd. So Shepherd had a shot earlier in the quarter. This to ice the game for Redland-Victoria Point and make the margin 6 goals. I think he's kicked it down the full, he has. So a bit of an anticlimax for Will Shepherd. So still needing 3 goals to top the 100. Matt Hamilman. Looks unlikely it's going to happen this afternoon. You'd never say never for the big spearhead from Redland-Victoria Point, because he's kicked 3 goals in 5 minutes plenty of times in his career. The ball goes out of bounds. Saw him kick 9 in the QAFL Grand Final last year. He was the difference on the day between the Sharks and Surfers Paradise. As the shadows draw longer across Auto Mall Oval here in Aspley. Gardner, Powell, wow, couldn't get a tackle away, or couldn't get a kick away, was well tackled by Chambers, holding the footy. So Chambers, 80 from home, they knew to move it on quickly, spearing ball, Delbridge, had it punched away from him. Here's Gardner going back there, he can't get rid of it, no prior opportunity. Ball up. Delbridge tapped down. Sullivan. Another stoppage. So Miller, yet another clearance for the Sharks veteran. It was a high ball close to the boundary line. Aston took Hodnitsky high, and Hodnitsky will get the free kick. 45 out. Right up against the boundary line. He would take an exceptional kick from there. You'd think he'd set it up to the top of the goal square. Needs to move it on very quickly. Time, a real enemy for Aspley at the moment. They trail by 30 points. They need to kick 5 goals in about 8 minutes. Hodnitsky, that is not going to do the trick. Kicks it out in the full.
When you get a chance, over here, please. I didn't say that.
O'Sullivan to Shepherd.
One back, JB, one back.
Now the long ball comes down the line. Radar not on. Out on the full. Grills waste no time bringing it inboard to McKenzie, who's really lifted in this second half. McKenzie, he's kick inside forward 50. Delbridge with the one arm, brought it to ground. The nimble work from the big ruckman, kicks goal number 3. Oh, Finn Delbridge. Athletic work from the big man. And has kicked his 3rd of the afternoon. Going up against one of the greatest ruckmen in QAFL history in Craig Malone. And with the 3 goals, I might have to give the points to Delbridge this afternoon. He's been fantastic. The margin is back to 24 points. They need to kick 4 goals in a couple minutes. Sharks will come forward. Cooper Pell, dribbling ball up towards half forward. Shepherd chased out after it. couldn't gather cleanly. Was worked off it by Tom Grills, who wheeled around and then he kicked it out on the full. So Sharks to go inside forward 50. Hamilman couldn't get a clean run at the football. Delbridge came across to fist it out of play. A shot on goal from the Sharks. Through for a minor score. So Bastanak wasting no time to bring it back in. Long kick into the middle of the ground. No one there for the Hornets. O'Sullivan marks. He drives this one inside forward 50. Hamilman is lurking out the back. Getting beaten to the football by Sherwood. Ball's gone out of play. We played 26 minutes in this last quarter. Sharks have lifted when it's mattered most after a seesawing middle portion of the game. Here's Pell from 45, launching on goal and kicking it. Cooper Pell. Goal number 2 for the Cooper Trooper. And that'll end the contest. It's turning into a strong win for Redland-Victoria Point. So Cooper Pell with 2 goals this afternoon. One of the young guns of this Redland-Victoria Point lineup. And they've found a few over the last few years. Callahan, another one, who's also got 2 this afternoon. McKenzie, Hodnitsky, Scotty Miller still in there as he always is for the Sharks. Can't keep it in bounds. Played 27.5 minutes. Matt Hamilman marooned on 5 goals, 3 short of the 100. He's on 97 for the year. He won't get it this afternoon. And Redland-Victoria Point, they'll have the bye next week. And then they will return to their fortress, Totally Workwear Park, down on the Bayside. And they'll face Labrador, and Hamilman will have a golden opportunity to hit 3 figures. So this is Miller at half-back to Chapman. Chapman switches play to the outer side. O'Sullivan stood under it, had to shield the ball, shield his eyes from the sun. Jessen marks, chipped up the line. This one really petering out. It's been quite dull at times this afternoon. Aspley have tried hard and they've tackled well, but they just look a side out of tricks. As Cameron chips up the line. Ball's gone out on the full. No, mark's been paid. Scotty Miller transfers this one into the centre square. Picked up there by Jessen. Jessen's long kick towards half forward. Smith went with the fly, good enough to gather at ground level, and then mown down by Jethro Grills. A little bit too lapsadaisical by Dylan Smith. Grills with the free kick, kick into the middle of the ground, finds Jordan Bastanak, feeds it off. The Hornets will go inside forward 50 again. Ball shooting out the back, Crawley can't get to it. And then coming in to save the day for the Sharks is Jake Chapman. Handball to Shepherd. Shepherd up the line to Bromwich. Haven't seen a lot of Bromwich this afternoon. Siren can't be too far away. Bromwich chips up the line to Chapman, who ran on. Siren sounds, and Redland-Victoria Point force their way into the top 4 equation with a gentle victory against Aspley. 43 points in the end. Aspley took it right up to him in the middle of that game. But the big news is Matthew Hamilman will have to wait another week to kick his 100th goal of the season. He kicked 5 this afternoon, 5 goals, 5, to leave himself marooned on 97 goals. The Sharks will have the bye next week before they face Labrador out on the Bayside at Totally Workwear Park. So make sure you get there in a couple of weeks. That's all for now on TPIL Lawyers QAFL. Redland-Victoria Points, your winners by 43 points this afternoon.
Yeah.